And welcome back, everyone. My name's Tyler Boronski. You're watching my YouTube channel where I interview professional athletes and celebrities. Fans, we're continuing the Punisher theme to the interviews this week. By the time this interview is up, the Michael Nathanson, who plays Sam Stein, that interview will be up on YouTube, and then we'll have Ripley Sobo, who plays Leo Lieberman, later this week. But my current guest, he is one of my personal favorite characters from the show. He's a really talented actor, and he plays Zach Lieberman in the hit Marvel show. So, Kobi Frumer, Kobi, I really appreciate you taking the time, and how are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm good.
Hey,
How about you?
I'm doing well, brother. I appreciate you coming on and taking the time. So I've heard you mention a lot of other interviews that you're a big superhero fan, and I know, obviously, in the last few years, Marvel and Netflix have been teaming up to create these superhero television shows. So have you seen The Defenders yet? And their individual shows like Daredevil and Luke Cage and all that? And do you have a favorite from the Defender series?
I have seen all of them. I mean, I'm fortunate enough my parents let me see all these shows. I would definitely say that my favorite is probably The Defenders.
Yeah.
Because the writers really take most of the show to develop how the team comes together instead of it just happening in like one episode, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was just talking to Michael Nathanson earlier today about that, and we talked a little Defenders, so that's awesome that you like the show as well. How about superheroes from any universe? Do you have a top 3 at all?
I would have to say number 1 is Captain America. I mean, I grew up with my dad always telling me how amazing he is, so he's definitely number 1. Silver Surfer.
Okay.
Of his origin story.
Sure.
You know how he sacrifices his entire life of eternity to save his planet and his family. And then probably Deadpool is number 3. I mean, he just makes me laugh.
Sure. You must be excited for Deadpool 2. I think that comes out later this year, so.
Yeah.
For sure. Those are great choices. Those are pretty unique choices too, so I like that a lot.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's talk The Punisher a little bit, because when I watched the show back, I honestly thought you had one of the toughest assignments acting-wise on the show. For those that don't know, your character is Zach Lieberman. He's a young boy still. He's dealing with grief after the death of his father, David Lieberman. And your character, you have to channel a lot of different emotions in the show. You know, anger, depressed, fearful at times. So as an actor, would you say this role was one of the most challenging roles you've ever had to do before? And what made this role so challenging for you?
Absolutely. This was definitely the hardest role, the most difficult role I've ever had to portray. I mean, there were a lot of emotions, and it was really hard to pull them all out of myself. And working with amazing actors like John and Eben and Jamie, I really wanted to become as intense as like they were. I wanted to be an actor that they enjoyed working with. So it was very hard at first, but eventually I got the hang of it, and it was just an amazing, fun character to play.
Oh yeah, fantastic. And you spoke on that cast you're with. I mean, obviously the show is intense most of the time, but I know off screen you guys are, a lot of fun, the cast and crew, I'm sure. Is it tough though as an actor, maybe you're on set, you're having a good time with the cast and crew, to kind of make that switch and go from maybe laughing around to, wow, I gotta shoot this really intense emotional scene just like that. So was that tough as an actor to make that quick switch?
Well, for me, it was pretty easy. I mean, I get my character, I understand him, and for me, it's just really easy to switch on and off. I can't really speak for anyone else, though.
Oh, there you go. You're a pro already, man. You are a pro. I love it, man. So you're young, and you're obviously, we've talked about, a big Marvel fan. How cool was it to be on those sets and see those props and the equipment of what it's like to be on a Marvel television series?
I mean, the sets were just amazing. When we were doing the exterior, we were always on location, but interior, they built these giant replicas of houses inside, and it just looked like a real house. I mean, they can make it night and day, change the weather, and it just looks so real even though it's not. And the props and the sets also were just mind-blowing.
I heard, I saw you made like an Instagram post the other day about the football scene with you and John when you posted that perfect timing too for the Super Bowl. Talk to me about that scene a little bit. I heard you said it was a little cold shooting that day. Talk to me about that day a little bit.
Sweet spiral.
My man. Good throw. There it is.
Nice.
Go. Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Why don't you go along, buddy? You kidding me?
Yeah, it was actually the coldest day of the year.
Wow.
And Zach, who doesn't wear jackets, so
Of course not.
I was pretty cold, and we were filming it for about 2.5 hours. So
Wow.
it was pretty tough. My hands and my fingers were like numb by the end.
They didn't give you any hand warmers or anything like that?
Well, I mean, the crew in between takes, they were just amazing. They would come in between, put a jacket around you. But the scene was pretty long.
Oh man, that's tough, man, for sure. So final question for you, Kobe. A lot of your screen time is with Ripley Sobo, who I will have later this week. I'm looking forward to speaking with her. And you guys lately have been doing a lot of appearances together. I know you guys were at Albuquerque Comic-Con last couple months ago, something like that. How special is it to have that type of relationship with Ripley, knowing that you're both relatively the same age, yet you're both working so hard to become those A-list actors one day in the near future?
I mean, most people, they make friends when they go on set. They become good friends. They go off set, and that's it. But I mean, Ripley and I, we've really become amazing friends. I really value our friendship, and most people say that we actually kind of act like brother and sister. So I really value what we have.
Fantastic, man. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to see what you guys are going to be in future projects, because I know you guys are the real deal. You guys are very talented actors, so that's awesome. Kobe, just the last thing for fans to follow you, if you have any social media plugs you want to put out there, whether it's Twitter or Instagram, so fans can follow you.
At Kobi Frumer on Instagram, and just the same for Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, perfect. Nice and easy. So yeah, fans definitely follow Kobe. Tweet at him some questions if you have any about the show, and if you haven't checked the show out, you gotta check the show out. I mean, it's been out for a couple months, guys, so for sure check that out. But and fans, you can follow this YouTube channel at 2BLs512, same name on Facebook plus interviews, also on Twitter and Instagram at Ty Boronski10. Kobe, appreciate you coming on, and thanks for taking the time, brother.
Thank you.
Hey.